Hello there, crafty friends. It's Alicia of the Call Me Crafty Al YouTube channel, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you my creation for the July 2019 Oh So Inspired collaboration and video hop. I hope you'll stick around to see what inspired us and see what I make. Welcome back to my regular viewers and subscribers, and hello to anybody new. I hope by the end of this video that you'll be inspired to hit the subscribe button below and maybe click on that little bell. As I mentioned in the introduction, it is time for another round of the Oh So Inspired collaboration here on YouTube, and this month I am thrilled to announce that we have some new members to our team. And I want to say thank you for everything to Sunila and Aditi of Dots to Lines and Laura of Mrs. Stationery and Stuff. For my new members who I selected to join us, their names this month will be marked with an asterisk in the description box below, so I hope that you'll make sure to watch everybody's, and if you're not subscribed to their channels already, that you go ahead and do that. If this is your first time hearing about Oh So Inspired, what we do each month is take one piece for inspiration and create anything we want to that is somehow based upon that piece. I'll go ahead and give you a look at today's inspiration. So what I'm going to take from that scrapbook layout is the circle with the wavy cutouts, and then it also has some stitching outside of it. I did choose some dies today that have stitching. I'm not sure if I'll end up using them so you can see that at the end, but I did also notice that on that scrapbook page. If you want to go check out the original creator of that page, it is linked in the description box below, and also, like I mentioned before, so are all of the other collaborators. So when you're done here, I hope you'll go watch them and leave them some love. Before I get started on my card, I thought I would go over some of the products and tools that I will be using in today's video. If I don't answer a question in my voiceover while I'm making the card, make sure to leave those in the comment section below. I always like to help you out when I can. For my supplies and tools today, first of all, I will be stamping and heat embossing a sentiment. So I've gotten out the My Favorite Things gift card greeting stamp set, and I'm going to use the A Great Big Happy Birthday stamp. I will be heat embossing that with a shiny gold embossing powder. I will be making a shaker pocket. I'm going to make a window on the front of my card. I'm going to be using these circle dies from BB Crafts. And for my pocket itself, I am going to use these DVD sleeves that I got on Amazon. The other reason I use these is to put my paper pumpkin stamps and inserts in. They're really economical, and I will never use 200 that I bought, so I thought I would use them for some shakers. If you want to check these out, I do have them linked in the description box below. And of course, since I will be making a shaker, I got out some sequins that go with the pattern paper scrap that I chose. These sequins I did get on AliExpress. Because of copyright issues and them stealing artists' work, this is really the only thing I buy there anymore. Just craft supplies like this. And to cut my wave shape, like in that original scrapbook page, how the circle had waves, I will be using this Creative Memories, I think it's called the Wavy trimmer. I think they do still sell this, so if I can find it, I will link it in the description box below. Now, another thing that I'm going to be using, but it's off camera warming up, is my fuse tool, and that is how I'm going to make my shaker pocket. The rest of this video will be the process of making my card, so I will start a voiceover. Again, if I don't answer any questions you have, leave those in the comment section below. To get started, I cut my floral piece to 5 1/4 inches wide by 4 inches tall, and then my blue cardstock will fill the card front at 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. Next, I got my circle die ready for die cutting into the floral paper. I just tacked it down quickly with some Scotch removable tape and then ran that through my die cutter. Even though I wasn't 100% sure yet that I would be using it, I did go ahead and cut a small frame out of the blue cardstock circle. I really liked how it had that stitching detail that was also on the inspiration piece. Now it was time to go ahead and start my shaker window. The first thing I did was cut my DVD pocket to a little under 4¼ inches tall. And then off camera I did cut it so it was less than 5½ inches wide. I put a fuse line at the bottom of that pocket, and if you have a fuse tool, you kind of know they all work a little differently. What I usually do is go slowly up the side, go back over that, and then flip my pocket over just to make sure it's sealed really well and later it will not come apart. I then marked with my fingers where the left and right lines should be compared to the circle, and then I went ahead and fused those lines. Again, I fused the front and then flipped them over and fused the back. And here is a close-up of what I have done so far. To make sure that the sequins will stay kind of in that circular shape, I then took my fuse tool and did lines that were at an angle between the side and the bottom fuse line. To get my wave shape, I just cut a scrap of heavyweight white cardstock in my Wavy trimmer, and then you'll see here later, once I have my first set of sequins in there, I will tack that piece of cardstock down to my sheet protector or my DVD pocket with some washi tape, and then I will go along that wave with the fuse tool. And I just kept repeating that process, sequins, wavy fused lines, more sequins, and so on until the full circle was filled. Once the first 3 colors of sequins were in there, I went ahead and made more angular fuse lines at the top, again just to keep those sequins in the circle shape, and then I filled in my last color and sealed the pocket closed. Well, as things sometimes happen, my video shut off while I was recording the process. I think you got to see the hardest part of the process, or the part of the video that you would have needed to see if you want to recreate this. I'll go ahead and tell you what else I did after the camera shut off. If you look behind the shaker window, I did put the circle that I cut out from the floral paper on the card front. I used the card front to place it, and then I adhered the stitched frame on the front of the shaker card. I set that to the side and let it dry a little bit. While that was drying, I stamped and embossed my sentiment on the scrap of white cardstock that I was using for the waves, and then I die cut it with the My Favorite Things Fishtail Banners die. And then I just put the card together. I did use my roll of big blue foam tape to adhere the card front to the card base. just because that shaker window had quite a bit of dimension, so this helps keep it all level up off the card front. After that was on there, I put my sentiment on with some foam tape as well. I hope you enjoyed that look at how I created half of this card. If you did, as you know, I always appreciate a thumbs up. Now I hope that you'll go check out the other collaborators. They're linked in the description box below. And until my next video, I hope you're all having a crafty day. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch all the way to the end of the video. I hope that you'll consider clicking on one of the videos or playlists I have linked above, and if you're interested in any of the products or tools that I use in the video, I do have some links in the description box.